Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Friday, January the 10th. Welcome to the AM briefing brought to you by microstrader.com, where together we trade better. Number 340. I can't believe I've done 340 of these things. We are an MES Futures trading room where together we trade better. And there's always another high probability trade around the corner. So the scripture for this week, and we're doing one scripture a week, trying to work on getting 52 scriptures memorized. We're doing that here at our house, so we're doing it here on the AM briefing as well. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That's Matthew 11:28. And of course, if you go to microstrader.com, at the top, there's 52 verses. So the week's verse will be there as a screensaver for your iPhone. That way, every time I launch my iPhone, I see this week's scripture. So tip of the day, not a single trade can hurt me. That helps you mentally to enter into the trade that you know you need to enter into that's in your trade plan. No single trade can hurt me. I'm going to share with you a little message between me and a member of mine. This was a couple days ago, but I'd entered a trade and I forget what was said, but I said, no single trade can hurt me. This is the setup I wanted since yesterday. Oh yeah, I remember the setup now. It's when I abruptly ended the AM briefing to go trade. And that was part of the Wednesday review that I published yesterday. And Scott said, such a great motto to have to remove all fear. I used to talk myself into trades all the time, and now I'm good at talking myself out of them. Should probably find a happy median. The end of the day charts helps a lot. Yes, they do. The end of the day charts, if you're not a member of our group, is where you learn to draw levels that bounces price. You go into the RTH chart and you find all the trades that existed on that day. Doing that as a daily homework definitely helps. Some decent trades all week, even with the craziness. That is true. In your trade plan, your entry should be clear. Enter without fear with proper leverage. With no single trade should be able to hurt me leverage. How much leverage should you enter a trade with? The amount that you know it cannot hurt you, where that one trade will not ruin your day. That one trade will not hit your daily loss limit. That's the leverage. So no single trade should hurt me. News drivers, well, today is obvious. Here you go. This is today, the non-farm payroll level 10 day. You don't need to trade. Come back on Monday. If you're going to watch price action for the love of price action, which is what I plan on doing, then let's do it. Next week, PPI, CPI, another big week with news drivers in the middle of the week. So we will prepare for that in the weekend briefing, because today is probably going to wreck the chart. So let's look here. Next Tuesday, certainly we're doing a YouTube live. I'm doing that for all of the month of January for sure. Group schedule, we will do our mental training at the top of the hour, unless price is just being so crazy that maybe we just want to watch the price action. But I plan on doing the mental training 30 minutes before the market opens. Remember, this is not trading and advice. This is one trader's opinion. And if you like what I'm doing here, like, subscribe, and possibly consider becoming a member at MicroTrader. So let's start here on the monthly chart. That is quite a monthly move there, is it not? From 2008, I believe, is where this 2009, where this candle originates. And we've got this mother of all trend lines setting here. Now, I have it starting at the wick and then going through the base, because if I did it through the wick, it's way out here. So I do it through the base because I want to be notified as soon as I can that we're challenging a trend line. And so you can see how we have skipped and danced there. Okay. So that looks nice. So let's go to the daily chart now. I want to bring this in a little bit because that's the mother of all lines there. And let me hit daily here. So on the daily, I have an origination here going through this level. It took it out, and then it came back on top of it and has skipped along it. So I've kept that trend line there as well. Now let's bring up another trend line. So we had from here to here, like, okay, that thing's way out there, but it's something. And then we went parabolic. I know we talked about that. And you just keep adapting the line out. And once again, I'm originating this from the wick and going through the base. Why? I want to be notified as soon as possible that, hey, we're challenging that trend line. So let's come in. And there's that trend line. You can see we're just right here skipping across it. We seem to be at a major level as far as a trend line is concerned. Let me go to a little bit of a higher time frame. And then from the all-time high, well, obviously we have this little trend line. And then what do we have? We have a bit of a parabolic move on a medium time frame chart. So we're at a high time frame trend line with a medium time frame really pushing price. And then I want to bring up, I don't want to bring up that yet. I want to bring up this. So we got a daily break level here. And last night, if you're in my group, I posted quite a few charts really breaking down this daily chart and the historical nature of the daily chart. Might be something worth looking at. But what we did, I'm going to go to the daily here. I'm going to get rid of the last two trend lines. In fact, I'm going to get rid of all the trend lines because that's not what we're talking about now. So let's come to this level. So this is the critical level. How many times has this thing been tested? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tests. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to 11 tests now. So we're against the trend line. Let's see if this, which one is it? This, there we go. So we're against the trend line. We're against this level. We've tested it 11 times. In addition to that, let's go to a 30-minute chart. Let me turn on the lights so we can see our sessions. We are just in this tiny little compacted area with non-farm payroll. That's the AM briefing. This thing is going to explode one way or the other. And if we lose this level again, not again, I don't know how many times we can test it. We've had levels that are high time frame levels like this that tested 23 times, something like that. It's a huge number. So just because it's tested 11 times doesn't mean the next time it's going to go through it. And in fact, if you look at the charts I posted last night in the group, most of the time after the challenges, we went up. Okay, because this is an upward moving market. That mother of all trend lines clearly shows a very strong trend line to the north. So although we'd love to take a breakdown short, you got to be careful. Every time it's pushed this, it's come back. Which has been the better trade? Looking for longs every time we push down into here. And that's what we've been doing in our group. Last night, we were kind of hoping we would get a good flush. We couldn't even take the previous day low on Wednesday here. Couldn't even do it. Came back in. And in fact, let's go and look at what happened overnight, a little bit more detailed. So I took 2 trades last night. I took this long right here, and it looks like I did really well, but I didn't. And the reason why I didn't is because, let me draw out, I got in here, it came back to here. I moved my stop back a little bit and said, I'm willing to take a little loss if it gets me. And then when it came back up on the third tap, I'm just not going to take it. I'm just out. I'll just take the gift to break even. As soon as you think, should I take the gift to break even? The answer is usually yes. It's a 50-50 shot at that moment. When you say, should I take the gift to break even? You're at now 50-50. I went ahead and just I got out. I took 1 tick profit. And then I shorted this as I posted in the group and locked 2 points. And this little white candle right there got me out. I was already in bed asleep. So it is what it is. I wasn't going to say it past that, but so it is what it is. Up 2 points for the night. Nothing to write home to mom about, but not bad. Went long here, went short there. That was fantastic. One of the things I told the group last night, let me turn on session levels. So we didn't take the RTH low right here. I was hoping we had done that. Had this RTH low, let's say the chart would have looked like this, I would have been much more aggressive and holding my long. But because we didn't, and that monster magnet still exists there, and obviously we had a nice strong ladder down move here, this could have been the top of this move, grabbing this liquidity, we come back in, whatever. Once again, as soon as you think you should I take the gift of break even, you probably should. All right. So let me do a couple things here. Let me move some levels around in my object tree here. And let's get prepared for this NFP candle. Let's go to a 30-minute chart. I'm going to go ahead and remove these two items. I don't need session levels on. I don't really need the trend line on. I do want to turn on, once again, my DOM is not even open. It's gambling, and what's the best way to ensure you're not gambling? Your DOM's not even open. I'd love to see us come down to this level. If I was to have my DOM open and we came down to this level and reclaimed it, I would be interested in a long for sure. If we shoot straight up, don't short that. First of all, you shouldn't be trading. NFP comically stands for not for professionals, and let the retail people do that. So are we going to come to here? It'll be interesting to see. I want to go back to a daily chart. I'm going to turn that off. I wanted to see, one of the things I like to measure out. I don't need to be on a daily for that. I like to measure out. Come on, come on. Where's your little tool? My goodness. There it is. My goodness. So let's take this thing down to, let's bring back up that range. How far is it down to the bottom of the range? Here. I want to bring on my daily levels. And then we've got a daily fair value gap at the 48.50. So I just want to see. I would love for it to push down because that'd be the only way I'd be interested in going long personally. 100 points basically down to the daily fair value gap. So that will be interesting to see. So let's just keep it here. I'm going to move it to a 1 hour chart so we can see bigger movements, because I would expect there to be a nice big movement, but what do I know? Never listen to a guy on the internet. What do we know? So somewhere down there about 76 points. So, but once again, my DOM is not opening. I have zero need to trade this. In fact, my next trade will probably be Monday, maybe Sunday night. Who knows? And when the market opens and I'm with my group on Zoom, and if you'd like to get a free Zoom pass, guys, if you're not a member, if you go to Micros Trader, sign up for the free foundations course, and you'll get a free Zoom pass and come check us out live. Anybody can say anything after the trading day and show you the most perfect, beautiful setups, but can we see them live in real time? Yes, we can. But if you'd like to see it for yourself, come join us. All right, this 11 tested daily level, my goodness, what a monster that's going to be. So it'll be interesting to see if they push it down. I mean, this would be 100 points. That's a nice big gold candle. Will that happen? I have no clue. All right. We are 30 seconds. Cool. 15 minutes was plenty enough time to do what I wanted to cover. I really wanted to cover those big trend lines. And hopefully that was worth watching. All right, so we'll watch this, and when it settles down, that'll end my stream because I got to get ready for my group. And hopefully this will be a nice delete line move. And here we go. Let's see if this thing wants to come down to this level that we've been talking about. My goodness. Maybe I should have launched my Dom. Nice. Come on down. So it took the overnight, took Wednesday's low. Let's see if it gets to the bottom of the range. All right, let's drop in time frames here. How big of a candle were you? Not bad, 60-point candle. Yeah, the 68 level, 66 level is something we've been looking at. I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna bring on my strong ranges. And look at that. That's very nice. I'm not gonna take that trade, but that's nice to see. Yeah, that's cool. And look at this. Came up to the top of this strong range, pushed through and bounced off this strong level. Very nice. Very, very nice. Once again, that doesn't represent a trade. I'm not going to trade that type of move. If I was to gamble on this move, it would be us coming all the way down to this area here. But it didn't happen. My Dom's not open. I don't care. All right. Nice push through. I wish it had been deeper. That doesn't necessarily mean the move is over, right? Let's go to a 30-minute chart. Boy, when we came here, that was gorgeous. I was looking for a little bit of a deeper push on this move. I remember this trade. Like, oh, that was a nice one. All right, so now we're here. So certainly was a nice move south. Now if they get this thing back up and over this strong range, I certainly believe long game works well. Going long somewhere in this area is a little riskier. I'd much prefer to see it go ahead and break this level that it keeps getting rejected at, keeps getting rejected. We really need to get over that 60, and then I think it's a game on long or a much deeper push down into here. What do I know? I just know not to trade it. That's what I know. But gotta love that. That is very nice. That is quite a 1-minute candle. 60 points. All right, let's see if this thing wants to push further down. So this has been my target that we've hopefully been trying to get to. I had a magnet there. I don't know if I got a magnet anymore. It's probably further back. Oh, there it is. That's kind of what I'd hope and price would do. Then go make some new all-time highs. That would be great. Sure. Let's turn those levels off. Don't need them. I want to keep the strong levels on. I want to see if we actually get there. Patrick did finally jump. Ugh, my goodness. Let's see if we can get down there to that 66 area. If I remember, that was like 75-point move. Once again, I do not have my Dom opening. I will not be trading this. However, If this thing did push down to 66 area and gave us a nice reaction and started getting back up over some of these strong levels, that could be an early entry. Be a nice 75-point move against the bottom of that range, against the level we've been having our magnet at. That would be nice. It matched the low. I'd like to see it push a little further down. This strong range here was already tested. We saw back a couple days ago. That's where it tested and bounced really strong. Let me turn back on my session levels. Okay. Come on, push it further down. And maybe it doesn't. And like I said, if it gets above this tested level again, this could represent an early long. We get over this, I think you've got confirmation of a move. You get a worse price, but you get more confirmation. Which one do you want? You want to be an early, or do you want more confirmation? I can't, that's you. I still think there's more downside. But if it reclaims that level and goes, we're going to have to go with it. We will do what price tells us to do. We'll drop to a 30-second chart here. I wouldn't trust the up move yet. If ES can make a second low, then I'm definitely bullish. I'd love it to come on down to 66 and give us evidence of laddering up. Come on to the bottom of the range. As I talked about the long I took last night, I'd been much more confident if it would have taken that RTH low. I'd feel much more confident in a long if it could come to the bottom of the range and then give evidence that we're laddering back. Once again, my dom's not even open, so I have no horse in this race. I'm just enjoying some beautiful coffee with some beautiful snow all over the ground outside. We are on a 30-second chart. I'm not necessarily looking for an entry. We're looking to see what price is building and how we can trade around that structure. If you were to trade. It's nice to see it finally lose this level with a vengeance. I don't have to be in that move. It's okay. What do I care? Look at that mother of all trend lines we drew at the beginning. The real plays are longs. Those are the real plays. Shorts are microwaves. Longs are ovens. You don't need to be in every little microwave move. They're fun. Okay, possible first ladder. Like I said, I'd still want to see it get back up over this level from the daily chart before I go long, or come down here to the bottom of the range. Go ahead and fill it out. Come on. Come down here and fill this out. Then if we got back up over this strong level, I would be looking to go long. So I guess what we'll look for in our group, when the RTH volume comes in, will this push it further down? Will we have already reclaimed this? This is step 1. This is step 2. You don't have to be the first one long. Plenty of meat on the bone, second ladder, third ladders, especially to the north. Well, double tap on that strong level. Defended pretty well. Take a peek at that. Let's see if it's going to leave this fair value gap open, which is what you'd like to see. In fact, I should have said it. I was looking for evidence that in these white candles here, there was a fair value gap left. There was not. Now we're getting our first fair value gap, our second little fair value gap. We've got to get over this, though, with a vengeance. I want a large candle over the top of that, not just a little turtle head. I'd like to see at least this fair value gap stay open. But once again, my preference is to come on down here to 66. Don't have to be in every trade. No trades today is beautiful. Needs to get over this candle here with a vengeance. Needs to get over that with a vengeance. All right, so it took back that first fair value gap. I'd like to see the second one stay open. Keep this one open. And get over this with a strong fair value gapping candle. And then I would love to see it bounce there and get back into here. And then this would be, to me, still an early adopter long. I still would prefer this, but to each their own. If it fills this fair value gap, to me, that just resets the chart. Like, okay, I need something new now. Right now, this is the something new. It's left this fair value gap. And it's given evidence of laddering up. Not enough evidence for me to get excited yet, especially at this trade location. All right. Ideally, right here, you'd love to see a strong white candle over that, not filling this fair value gap. If it fills that fair value gap, well, it'd be reset, in my opinion. I'd love to see a big white candle there. I'm not going to prediction trade it. That's for sure. All right, let's remove those drawings. Now, I'm on a 30-second chart, okay? Let's go to a 1-minute chart. Do we have any fair value gapping anything on a 1-minute chart? You did, but they took it back. And you go, ugh. So I'm on a 30-second chart just looking for the first evidence of it. Then you want to go to a 1-minute chart and find something similar. And then eventually a 3-minute chart and find that similar as well. So just the first evidence. It can't happen on a 1-minute if it doesn't happen on a 30-second. So that's why we're on a 30-second here. Can it leave that on a 30-second chart? A little bit of a battle there, isn't it? but certainly wouldn't prediction trade that. If you're right, you're going to have the earliest entry. But if you're wrong, it's not worth it. Just wait for confirmation. My humble opinion. So, all right, well, the time is turning over. I'm going to end this live stream so I can get ready for my Zoom with my members. But kind of outlined what I'd like to see. Keep this fair value gap open on a 30-second chart at minimum. Fair value gap over this really strong. Ladder over here could be a possible entry, and ladders further up to me are more confirmation. Stay green, my friends, and to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.